Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Donovan and today we're going to take a look at this watch right here. This is the Lenovo Watch X and it's available right now on gearbest.com for $60. And I gotta say, I think this thing is going to be a very popular watch because of that price point when compared to something like a Movado that is kind of like probably the closest competition. Xiaomi does also make a similar watch, but what makes this watch so special is that it has three things. Number one is it has the classic watch look. So if you're looking for something that is a smartwatch but looks like a typical classic looking watch, then this could be the watch for you. Number two, it has fitness tracking. So if I go in here, you can see that it's tracking my activities. So it's going to go through my steps, it's going to go through my calories burned, and then also through my distance traveled, so activity 16 minutes, and then also distant travel. Notice that it's in kilometers, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. It does also have a heart rate sensor, as you can see here. But then the third thing that it does is, of course, it's a smartwatch, so it has notifications as well. So all of that built into this watch, and it's only $60. And we'll talk more about some of the features, but let's go ahead and take a look here at their description of the watch here on gearbest.com. You can see here the Lenovo Watch X, ready for health, 45 days standby. This has a 600 milliamp hour battery built into it, and so far I'm at 98% after 2 full days of use. So based off of that usage, I could maybe possibly expect even more than 45 days, and I've had the heart rate sensor on the entire time. So it comes with a millimeter strap, as you can see here. It is completely removable, and so you can see here it does have quick release there. And when I'm using it for running, because I actually went running with it, I actually replaced it with these bands here on the Amazfit Bip because they use the same size bands. So these are 20 millimeter bands, and you can just replace it with any 20 millimeter band if you want. Obviously, if you want the more classic look or a, I guess, more sophisticated look, you probably want to keep the Milanese band on there. But you could always replace it with any 20 millimeter band that you want. So it has sapphire glass on the front, so it's very scratch resistant, but then also 8 atmospheres of waterproofing or water resistance. So basically that means you can go down 80 meters. So notice they show somebody deep sea diving. Basically you can pretty much go deep sea diving with this with no issue. So obviously I already mentioned some of the health aspects, and we'll go a little bit more in depth with that in just a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the app. But before I do that, I should mention here, this is the instruction book it comes with. Notice that it's all in Chinese, which could be a problem, especially if you don't know Chinese. But here is the rescue. So you can see here there's an iOS app and an Android app. So basically you just use a QR code and download the Android app. Once you have the Android app, you can come in here, and it's in English, and come in here to watch language and just change it from Chinese to English, and you're good to go. So once you've done that, the watch will be on English. Obviously you have to get the watch connected first, and then you can do that. And you can see here I'm at 98%. And then again, that's after 2 full days of usage. We'll go through some of those features in just a little bit, but you can see here on the front page, you can see the steps that I've taken for the day, the amount of sleep, so it tracks both of those. Now it does also have workout tracking, but you're going to have your phone with you and the watch with you at the same time. So basically it's going to require that you have your phone with you, so no GPS built into this watch by any means. But you can see here there's run, climb, and then biking, and then also swimming that it can track. It does have a mood prediction. Haven't really used that one a whole lot, and even has an advertisement for this watch itself. So that is all the stuff on this main page. Then come over here, you can see that there's a remote shutter built into it, so you can use the watch as a remote shutter for whatever phone it's connected up to. We have a heart rate test, so basically it's just going to keep testing your heart rate throughout the day, and this does have continuous heart rate. So it's always going to be checking your heart rate. We have smart alarms that we can set up, so basically just vibrates. There's no sound coming out of here. We have smart reminders, so we can set up whatever kind of reminders we want, so call, message, secondary reminders, and then app message reminders. So you can turn off and on any app that you want, but you can see here these are the ones available. So it's not everything, but these are the ones that are available to get your reminders from. So go ahead and go out of that. And then down here we have watch mode, so you can see we can just turn it on to do not disturb there basically. Smart time sync, basically that's just going to sync it up with your phone, so whatever time your phone says is what that watch is going to say. We have a disconnect reminder. That one's annoying, so don't use it. Basically, that means every time your phone gets away from your watch will vibrate, and until you get back to your phone, it won't stop. So I wouldn't use that necessarily. So I already mentioned that one. Watch maintenance you can ignore because basically it just tells you some information about how to maintain the watch. And then raise to wake, of course, is going to. When you raise it, turn the screen on. Now, I think let's see, will it turn on? It's not working, so let's see. There it goes. Okay. So first thing you do when you flip it up and you get the time, you get the date, and notice that it's in degrees Celsius. I haven't found anywhere in the watch app that you can change it to imperial units. So if that's going to be an issue for you, just kind of be aware of that. So go ahead and hit that. So it's going to show you your date and time. Then it scrolls to the actual time of the day and then the weather. Hit it one more time and it's going to go to activity. Now again, this is all available on the phone as well. So steps, calories burned, how many minutes you've been walking or exercising, and then your distance. And then I'll hit it again and it's going to go to heart rate. Now right now it's going to say rewear because it knows that I'm not wearing the watch. But normally you do that and it's going to show you your heart rate at the moment. And it actually is very accurate. I've had no issue. And then sleep. So I've already mentioned that it shows it over there. Now it says that I've only slept for 2 hours. That was basically since the last time I woke up. So it says here 2 hours and 9 minutes, but when you go into the app, it actually shows how much sleep I actually got. So I'll go back here. So 8 hours and 20 minutes. So that's not accurate on the watch simply because it's showing just the last time I woke up and then I went back to sleep. All right, so sleep. Then we have an alarm. I don't have any alarms set up, but that's where you can set up the alarms. We have run, so it's going to count down 3, 2, 1 real quick, but we don't want that. And then we have settings. So find my phone. If I click now, it's going to make my phone go off, but I have it turned off at the moment, as you can see. All right, so I'm going to go back into the settings real quick just to show you a couple other things it can do here. So settings. All right, so find my phone is one option. I have that turned off. We can turn the Bluetooth on and off there, as you can see. So I basically just turned it back on and connected it back up to my watch. And then we have our battery life. That's it. So that's pretty much everything. Now, if you do get notifications, basically they just scroll down there. As you can see, I don't have any notifications on there at the moment. It only shows them at the moment. It doesn't save them or anything. So if you want that, that's not something available here on the Watch X. But overall, if you're looking for something that looks like a classic watch but has smart notifications and things like that, I think this is a real fantastic watch for a lot of people with that just crazy good battery life. You're pretty much never going to need that charger up there. And it has heart rate sensing, all of the same kind of things you'd get from a Fitbit, especially like a Charge HR2. Same kind of things you're going to get from that, but then that classic look to it. So yeah, just a fantastic watch from Lenovo. The biggest negatives obviously right now is the fact that there are no Imperial units available, at least at the moment. In future upgrades of the app, I assume that that's probably going to happen. And then also right now it's only available in Chinese and English. So anyways, available for $60, gearbest.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Oh yeah, and by the way, links down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.